Hello and welcome to an episode of AFW Uncaged. This is the series where we pull these amazing action figures out of their cages and let those suckers breathe. Today's one that's a little special to me. I've been kind of kicking the tires on this Will Ospreay Super 7 figure that you see in front of you for quite a while, and finally just caved. I said, I needed an Ospreay in my collection. I just gonna dive into the packaging here. I think there's a box within a box that Super 7's doing to keep the packaging intact, which is really cool. So we're gonna open this up. This is it's the completely new experience for me with these Super 7s. First Super 7 I've ever bought. And man, the gold foiling on the New Japan logo on this packaging is just incredible. New Japan King of Sports, which I love that. Pull it out of the bag that the main packaging has come in, and we'll take a closer look. So yeah, that gold foil looks great. I like the labeling here. I noticed up top you have the Ultimate in that red foil. Looks great. Let's slide this top cover off. The packaging on these things has been unreal. And wow, I am truly just stunned by how awesome the packaging, the figure, the whole shebang here. Love that we've got the stat sheet on the back. Height, weight from Essex, England. Finisher, the Oz Cutter, one of my favorite finishers in wrestling. Just, man, fantastic packaging with the ring ropes, New Japan logo. Window shows off plenty of the figure. But let's pop this thing open. And, man, I've been waiting on this one for quite a while. This is it's exciting for me. Hopefully, video comes across watchable. Alright, so before I dive too deep into unboxing the figure itself, we'll just look at everything that you couldn't see in the window. We've got plenty of sets of hands, the different cinematic hand gestures and whatnot. You've got the fist, you've got the points, open hand slaps for the chops. You've got the trophy katana, extra head. Just, man, so much going on with this figure. It looks like Super 7 has just hit this out of the park. I know initially some of the pictures that came out, a lot of people were unhappy with the look of these figures, but I've got to say, holding it in hand right now, it is definitely living up to my expectation for the Ultimate line. Just, man, looks so great. That gear, just really Toyota gear. Once you open up the entrance jacket, which you could kind of see peeking through before, your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Just fantastic. We'll pull off the soft goods entrance vest here, which I think they did a great job on. Really captures that kind of shiny, like leathery look that a lot of the entrance attires have. I think so far one of the best soft goods entrance jackets I've seen yet. And just that junior heavyweight title just looks so good. The detail to even have the individual plates here, just like the original New Japan belt. Articulation points, just taking an initial look. Single jointed in the arms, which I'm kind of disappointed by, especially seeing as like Jazzwares has had the double jointed elbows recently. Mattel Elites are moving on to it, but fairly minor gripe for all that you get with the figure. I like the way the shoulders kind of have that like ratchet joint to it, so you can really click it into place. I think the face scan on this one is just fantastic. They really captured the hairstyle. They captured the facial expressions of Ospreay pretty well. I like that the kick pads here are actually, if you can see, molded. There's a clear rim on the kick pads instead of kind of like the Mattel ones where it's flat with just a little bit of a push to it. The knee pads actually have the straps that are the correct sizing and everything. It's not just a solid piece. Looks great. Abdominal crunch, as you would expect on an Elite style figure. I mean, so far, just super impressed with this figure. And then we will set Ospreay up right here and look into some of the other pieces that are in the set with it. Of course, the one that jumps out to me already is the extra head, which I'm seeing the little flyaway hair if it shows up on the camera here. Just kind of that like mid-match look where your hair is starting to kind of come down. That more serious, stern face, like he's plotting a spot or wondering how in the world that wasn't a count of 3. And just another fantastic addition, Best of Super Juniors trophy, which I'm sure fits perfectly in the opened hands, but it can also be just displayed directly in front, which I'm a big fan of. I love that they've included not only the IWGP title in such a great form. Like I love that we've got this junior heavyweight title that looks on par, and I would say even looks better than some of the ones we've gotten from like your Mattel and Jazzwares with their titles. Like there's just a high level of detail, which I guess to be expected for a figure at the price point. And the last of the accessories that I will pull out and keep this video from going an hour and a half is the katana. Which I just, aerial assassin. He's done a lot of the Assassin's Creed type bits. I think it's a cool piece for posing. Really fun addition to just an incredible figure. And just looking over, even down to like shaping of his boots, knee pads. They've done just a great job of capturing the essence of Will Ospreay in this figure. I think a lot of people, when they initially came out, there was sort of a backlash because some of the pictures, the lighting was odd, the angles were odd, and you just didn't get the feeling the figure was going to look as good as it ended up looking. And I just hope my camera is doing it justice, because I will say in hand this is surpassed my expectation for it. I cannot wait to play around with this thing in figure photography and have Ospreay hit one of those hamstring cutters and just lay people out. Try to get a pose up for a 630 senton jump tuck prey. Just as a big fan of Will Ospreay, this is a great figure to finally have in the collection. And with the custom Jimmy Havoc I made back in 2020, I can finally recreate some of my favorite Progress matches. Just man, could not be more excited to have this figure in my collection. I think, Super 7 has just knocked it out of the park. I mean, all the way from packaging to the figure itself. It just very happy with this figure. So, without further ado, this has been another episode of AFW Uncaged. Feel free to give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends, check us out on Spotify, on Castbox, on iTunes, anywhere you get podcasts. Give us a positive review, like, share, subscribe, all those things YouTubers tell you to do. And check out our weekly AFW Figure Fed podcast. For myself and the two co-hosts of AFW, I say goodbye and good night.